Talented, but overrated. This isn't technically the same as the most overrated fighters, because I feel like when people make the most overrated fighters in the UFC, like they make a video on that, they just say, oh, this fighter just sucks, dude. But I really feel like in general being overrated is kind of a mix of being really talented, but people are just taking your talent and saying, yo, you're something you're not. Yeah, dude, this guy's a future champion, this, that, and the third. So I'm gonna elaborate. Now listen, trigger warning, bro. Some people might be triggered with this video because they might be like, yo, bro, what the hell, dude? Dude, that's not even cowbunga, dude. Like, how dare you do that to me, man? You know, the surfers who like go surfing every Saturday. But, you know, some people who are objective thinkers, like truthful people like me, they gonna look at this video and be like, all right, dale, brother, dale. I like this video. It's truthful. Now, what I like some of these fighters. So, like, it kind of sucks to put them here. But I feel like sometimes it's okay to be known as talented, but people are just overrating your skill. Like, you can say this with a lot of fighters. I feel like every fighter has an element of overrated. Oh, this fighter's going to be the double champ, triple champ. But I feel like these fighters in this video specifically are being overrated to an extent that really shouldn't be talked about. Like, sometimes overrating is justified. Like, if you say something like, oh, man, I think Ilia Topuria is going to be double champ, but like, that might be a little bit glazed, but like, that's justified in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you could back it up with some claims. But some of these, like, overratedness necessities, they just don't they don't make sense to me. I actually like, well, what are they seeing that I'm not? But yeah, trigger warning, because this might hurt some people's feelings. But starting out with flyweight, this one actually hurts me to put, man. I can't lie, dude. I put Joshua Van. I love Joshua Van, man, but he's a little bit overrated. Oh man, future champ, dude. He is young. He is young and has a lot of potential, but I really feel like for now, his slow start, it won't be sufficient against the best, because he's in a place where he's already like kind of ranked against the best, and he's going against the best. I don't know if he's ranked, but he's going against the best already. And I feel like when he starts to go against the best in the top echelon, he's going to start to struggle. Like, I feel like this slow start, it works against, you know, people. You can get beat up by Edgar Chavez and, you know, make a comeback and fight through it. You know, you can get beat up by these, like, unranked guys, you know, come back, fight through it. But I feel like if you're getting beat up by Royval, getting beat up by Pantoja, getting beat up by Kai Car-France, Brandon Moreno, you know, getting beat up by Steve Erceg, I think it's going to be a little bit harder to get the shit kicked out of you than keep up with these guys for 5 rounds or 3 rounds, depending what it is, if it's a main event or anything. I just have a hard time seeing his style work. Now, his height is a big part about this, because he takes a lot of damage initially. He gets rocked a lot in the first round, or nearly finished a lot in the first round, and he finds ways to turn it around. But if you're getting nearly finished by the best of the best at flyweight, I just have a hard time seeing him turn around like a real bad man. I still like Joshua Van. And listen, this is not a hate. Like, I don't want people to mix this up with, like, it's hate to Joshua Van. He's still young. And I think he can be I actually don't know if he can be a future champion, but he'll definitely be top 5 ranked eventually in his life. Maybe when he's 28, you know, like later down the road, like years and years from now. But for now, it's not crazy to say he's slightly overrated, because I hear people saying, yo, man, he's got to be a champion in a couple years. Dude, no, he's not. Like, he's not. Like, respectfully, the fight style, he needs to make some adjustments. Like I said, he's still young, and this is like, I actually hate that I put him here, but this is like, I'm pretty sure showing you the concept of the video, bro. I'm gonna have to do stuff like this, man. Put someone who's really talented, but I really feel like some people are overrating him and saying he's better than what he really is. I saw the fight with Bruno Silva that like kind of got canceled, I think it was, with Joshua Van. I think Bruno Silva beats him, you know, because that's just a veteran. He just gave him a hard fight, you know. Just a lot of people beat him, man. I think Tyra gets him. I think Royval, Manel Cap, Kai Car-France, Royval, Moreno, like a lot of these like solidified flyweights, they probably beat him, and some of them beat him even comfortably. So yeah, I like Joshua Van a lot, brother. Real bad man, trust me, brother. I like this guy, you know. But yeesh, brother, yeesh. I don't know. I think he's slightly overrated for the time being. Things can change. All right, I hated that I even put him here. All right, but next up, we gotta move on to the bantamweight weight class, 135. Who's someone I think is talented but overrated? Song Yadong. He has heavy hands. He has quick hands. His boxing is not bad, but he's just nothing to rave about. Like, even the Cejudo fight, I thought Cejudo could get it done, you know. But Cejudo, looking back at that fight, Cejudo didn't look good. Like, I feel like Cejudo was throwing one punch at a time for some reason, and it was just always landing. I was like, what? Like, Cejudo, that fight was even before the fucking poke, in my opinion. I do think Song had better moments, but Song was just getting tagged up by like Cejudo, who just looked like he wasn't nowhere near like how Cejudo used to fight. Cejudo was like just throwing one punch at a time, landing on at will. You know, Song's good. Like, his best win is Ricky Simone. I guess Henry Cejudo now is his best win with the eye poke, but his best clean win is Ricky Simone. which is a great win. But like, I just feel like he's good, but I feel like people give him a little bit too much gas. He does have heavy hands. He couldn't chin Cejudo, but he landed some good shots on Cejudo. Cejudo has a good chin, I guess, for his age. But yeah, he's just heavy-handed, quick hand speed, but just nothing to rave about, in my opinion. I don't look at him like, oh man, future champ, dude. Like, this guy's a guy. But I hear some people saying, oh, this guy's so nasty, bro. He's gonna go in there and just knock out the best. No, he's not. Like, Song's not that good. And especially because I'm not gonna say he's not that good, but especially for like a hard weight class like Bantamweight, like, brother, Jan's not losing to him. I don't see Umar, Corey, like all these top guys are just gonna beat him. Like, unfortunately, just because like he's one step behind and just overall technical skill. But I do think he's talented in the sense that like, he has heavy hands and powerful hands and quick. His boxing's not that bad, but when he went against Jan and stuff, like, he put the beats on him like Dr. Dre, because Jan's just a better, he has moments. He's always gonna have moments in fights because, like I said, heavy-handed, and he's a little bit tricky sometimes with the boxing. But like, I do think he's talented, but a little overrated. This is my opinion, brother. So I still think he's a good fighter, just not what people rave about, man. Oh yeah, man, song your dong, dude. Like, relax, dog, relax, brother. No dollar, brother, no dollar. All right, though, we're gonna go on to the featherweight weight class. This one, like I always said, is Diego Lopez, 7-minute fighter, 7-minute fighter, hey, 7-minute fighter, 7-minute fighter. You get in there, you go balls to the wall for the first round, and then you maybe, and this is a big maybe, you have about 2 more minutes in the second round, then no dollar, brother. Then it's over. Then he's a, I don't know why I always make fun. I know he has like a little tick on his neck, but then he be itching his neck and just fucking tired as hell. Like, Dan Ige on 6 minutes notice, like, almost finished him in the third round. Like, Dan Ige was literally on 2 minutes and 27 seconds notice, bro. Dan Ige was literally called 45 seconds before the fight. On 2 seconds notice, Dan Ige almost gets him out in the third. Are you kidding me? Like, I feel like Lopez is, like, tricky, man. He's, like, a tricky little Marauder-esque fighter because he's hard to deal with in the first round because he's going to put a big onslaught on you, He hurts a lot. I feel like it's not possible for him not to hurt someone in the first round, which is a big thing going into the Volk fight. Like I do think I haven't said my full prediction, but I do think the first round's going to be interesting to see how Volk approaches it, because Volk has been knocked out in his last 2 fights, and for some reason when people get knocked out back to back, they always be so hesitant. Even the way Volk fought Ilya, like a little bit too hesitant with the way he was backing up the whole time. If he comes in with a similar energy, you never know. But then again, he has about 7 minutes to knock out Volk. If those 7 minutes fast, bro, the 7-minute fighter, 7-minute fighter. He ain't gonna do nothing, bro. He's gonna be a 7-minute boy, and he's gonna tire out, and Volk's gonna probably TKO him in the 4th. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like being a 7-minute fighter at the elite level, brother, no dollar, brother. I'm not jacking that. I can't jack someone like that. All right, buddy. I'm not jacking that opinion. I'll leave it at that. I can't have a fighter who's fighting for a belt be a 7-minute fighter in a 25-minute fight. Against Volkanovski, who's a 25-minute fighter. Come on, brother. Who this guy, brother? We have to check this guy's moment, brother. But I honestly think, yeah, it's going to be the fact that he got to the title for like beating a short notice Ige and a shitty Ortega. You guys know, guys, I've never thought Ortega was all that great. He's tough. He's a marauder. Yeah. His best weapon is his ability to take punches. But if your best weapon is you just getting your face punched in, brother, this is not what I think is impressive, brother. This is my opinion. So yeah, I think he's a 7-minute fighter. I think he's talented because he has the hand speed and the quickness, but I don't think that's like an absurd amount of talent to even put him in a title picture over Mavzar, who you lost to, bro. The featherweight weight class, brother, sometimes I can't be asked. I actually can't be bothered sometimes. Just listen to how the weight classes and the matchups stack up. Who this guy, brother? Doesn't make sense. But yeah, I have to say for featherweight, he's the most talented but most overrated fighter probably in the weight class, and it's showing the fact that he has a title shot. For the undisputed belt. Undisputed because Ilya vacated. Crazy. If this guy wins the undisputed belt, brother, I can't. This is gonna be hilarious. Mavzar champion though, confirmed, but interesting. I just think he's talented but very overrated. All right, moving on. Of course, after featherweight, we got lightweight, and this one was a little bit tricky because I had some names to go through, but overall, I think it's Michael Chandler. Every time I watch him, I say, "What's going on, bro?" Like I literally say, "What's going on?" It's like he has the raw talent to be like literally unstoppable. I guess his inactivity also plays a part into this, but he just fights like I was making fun of this dude for being a 7-minute fighter. He fights really hard for about 3 minutes, and then like he goes into something I guess called spurt maxing. So he fights in spurts. So then he's going to just like kind of chill. He'll be backing up the whole time, chill against the fence, and explode into like a 1-2 or something, and then chill. Explode, chill. or Miramaxing. That's the best way to put it. I feel like some of these athletic specimens, they don't have the greatest gas tank, so they just rely on explosions. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it get you a knockout, but most of the times in the highest level it doesn't. You know, so he's talented. But even in this fight with Paddy Pimblett, I haven't made my official prediction on that yet, but I really see it's gonna be a hard fight for Michael. Like, it just Michael, because I know Michael, his game plan is gonna be, you know, and I think Paddy's a little bit just sharper than that, smarter than that, maybe. I don't know. It's a hard fight to get, because I feel like on paper Chandler really should run through Paddy, but it's just like the way he fights, the way he fought Charles, he doesn't beat anyone who's ranked in the top 15. Not even Bobby Green. Like, bro, the way he fought Charles was so embarrassing. You can't run away the whole time and just try to explode into attacks. And like, I just don't. He makes fun fights. Like, he never had a boring fight, but you know, his fight style is just no bueno. I gotta rewatch the Charles fight. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but I do think he has raw talent and is definitely there. But brother, is too overrated for my liking. I think people think, like, even the people are so like, oh, I'm gonna bet 1,000 on him beating Paddy. Like, relax, bro. Like, chill out. Like, I understand that sometimes it might look tricky, the odds, if he's a slight underdog, but it might be justified. But like I said, I got to do more film work. But from what I remember, I think the inactivity really got to him. So every time I watch him, I'm saying, what's going on? It's not a good thing. Because what's going on? Why are you fighting like this? Is your skills to your advantage. He could be so good. He actually could have been like one of the most unbeatable fighters if he fought with fight IQ. But all he knows is balls to the wall. And brother, this is the highest level. You can't just go there and try to, like, you know, showman max, you know. But you know, he's still fun. So at least he's entertaining. So, but I still think he's a little bit overrated. That's my opinion. All right. Going on to the welterweight division, my hands. The welterweight division is Prates, Aura Merchant with striking, bro. I'll be real, bro. When I even thought about this video, I just thought of him. Bro, he's an Aura Merchant, but he has good striking. Like, I do think his striking is pretty technical. You know, he sticks and moves sometimes. Fucking sticks and moves. He has good straight punches, but, bro, I just remember the Trevin Gillies fight where he was just getting tagged up in the pocket and his face punched in and beat up, dude. Like, he loses to many ranked fighters. Like, even, I'm talking about lose to MVP. MVP would beat him up so bad, only striking. People think, oh yeah, when he goes against like a Sean Brady or Bilal or Usman, he'll lose because of wrestling. Dude, he'll also lose to fucking like JDMs and the fucking MVPs. I think Colby Covington beats him. This is no joke. And people think I'm hating, but I swear, put him Colby, brother. Give him Colby. Oh man, Colby couldn't take down Buckley. Buckley's a lot stronger, you know, and he didn't. The way he fought Buckley, he would lose to a lot of people. But I really feel like his wrestling would work better against a skinny build like this guy. This is my opinion. I think, you know, I just don't think, and he's a smoke, like he smokes cigs and drinks alcohol. I haven't seen his endurance, but I would assume his endurance isn't the high quality of like a Kobe's or like even MVPs or these other Usmans or Sean Brady's. Or he just doesn't. He will never be champion. Let's get that straight. He's not beating Sean Brady. He's not beating Kamaru Usman. He's not beating Bilal Muhammad. You know, he's not beating these guys. He's not beating MVP only striking. You know, he's not like fucking. The only one he could probably beat is Kevin Holland. Like, give him Kevin Holland. But like I'm saying, like, he's a little bit overrated. And I feel like people don't understand it. I think it's hate for now. But brother, it could be hate. But watch what happens, brother. Give him someone good. Give him a good striker like MVP, or give him a well-rounded fighter with good endurance. Watch what happens, brother. Yo, Kenny, you're salty that he knocked you out your last fight. Chat. He didn't knock me out my last fight. Chat. I milked that. He didn't even hit me clean. Like, he scraped the back of my head and I fucking fell. You guys gotta read the room, bro. You guys don't know how to read the room. But I honestly just think he's an Aura Merchant, which is good. Like, he's a part of the Fighting Nerds group, which is a very overhyped group to an extent. You know, but yeah, I guess for good reason, I suppose. They're pretty fun. I like Rufy the best, but yeah, I really think he's overhyped. Speaking of Fighting Nerds, though, Middleweight is also Kyle Brahalo. He's very good, but he loses to everyone above him. That's my take on it. His fight with Cannonier was great. You know, I guess that's aging well because Cannonier beat Robocop, but everyone above him ranked are Robert Whitaker, Izzy, Hamza, Strickland, and Mavov DDP. Yes, I think all these guys beat him. Yes, I think Izzy beats him comfortably. Yes, I think Whitaker beats him pretty comfortably. Yes, I think Hamza mauls him. Yes, I think Strickland beats him. Even Strickland, because I feel like Strickland's fight style would actually frustrate his like little karate stance that he tries to do. Brahalo's not even bad at grappling, but he really likes to resort to like striking. And against these guys, it's going to be to his demise. And Marvel beats him too, and DDP beats him. This is my opinion. You know, people might be like, nah, Ken, he's going to run through Izzy or run through Whitaker and run through Strickland and run through Marvel and Hamza. But he's not. You know, he's not. And I hope they book that fight one day with any of these guys so you guys see what I'm talking about. Oh, Ken, he's going to beat Izzy, man. Oh, Izzy should be the most talented. Yeah, keep talking, bro. I hear the comments already. I hear them. I hear you guys. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind it. Izzy versus Brahalo next. You know, Izzy's a ranked above him, so might as well. If Brahalo wants that ranking, go fight Izzy. See what happens. I guarantee you guys, it's not going to be like the Cannonier fight. Cannonier was like, what, 2-2 against this guy before he like brutalized him. Cannonier took 2 rounds off you, bro. Izzy's a better striker than Cannonier, and that was a primary striking fight. Izzy's hard to take down. Oh, people always say Izzy's going to get taken down every fight, so I know they're going to say the same thing here. Before Marvov, Marvov's going to out-grapple Izzy so easily. You know what I'm saying? DDP was getting his takedown stuffed a lot, but people are going to remember the ending when it was like he got rocked and then like pulled down. You know what I'm saying? But Brahalo can't rock him to even take him down on the feet. That's my opinion. I really think I really think Izzy beats Brahalo, and I think Whitaker as well. People sleep on Whitaker, man. He might be the most underrated in the weight class. I don't get it. But yeah, I think Brahalo is good. He's talented. Probably never going to be a future UFC champ, though. That's my take, you know. And Gutierrez, brother, you know, we're going to knock you out, too, brother. Be careful, brother. Dale, brother, dale. All right. Now we're moving on to light heavyweight. And I always kind of say this, and I'm going to say it again. He's unique, but he can't touch Ankalaev. Bro, chat, after Pereira lost in the most embarrassing way, all people are saying, man, there's only one man who could save us. There's only one man who could. It's Yuri Prochazka. Prochazka. Bro, be quiet. You guys are so dumb. I don't know. Like, this is like, what's funny about this comparison specifically is that this is probably the easiest fight in UFC history. Like, the easiest fight to predict in UFC history is probably Yuri versus Ankalaev. It's just so one-sided. It's almost hilariously one-sided. Like, it's so funny that people think he has a fighting chance. Oh my goodness, almost lost my mind. Like, it's crazy how you think it's even a fighting chance in the world. How do you guys think this guy even has a puncher's chance? Doesn't have nothing, bro. Doesn't even got a hairline, brother. He ain't never hustled with the stars or had a tussle with the law. He never shook his homie hand after they punched him in the jaw. Because he nothing but a fraud. That's the truth. I think Hank makes him look like a fraud, dude. Yeah, he beat Jamal Hill. Yo, Kenny, do you see how good he looked against Jamal Hill? Yeah, I saw sloppy Jamal Hill with flat-footed footwork fucking take a round off him. It was a 1-1 going into that third, and then Jerry has that cool little knockout. But trust me when I say Jamal Hill's boxing and his sloppy overextensions are nothing compared to Ankalaev's precise, clean-cut boxing, brother. And if you think that sloppy striking style, like Jamal Hill, it worked, but Ankalaev's not going to work because Ankalaev's a worse boxer or something, wait till they fight. I can't wait till this fight. I hope they book this fight. I pray to God this fight gets booked just to make you guys feel dumb. This fight's so one-sided, it's almost disgusting. It should be illegal. This is illegal matchmaking because this is like sanctioning a manslaughter. You can't do that. That should be illegal. You cannot sanction a fight that's so one-sided that one man's life's in jeopardy. This is my opinion. You know, I love Yuri. Very fun fighter to watch, but some of these fans are just delusional, bro. Can he beat a lot of other people? Sure. But he will never be champ again. He loses to Pereira again. He loses to Ank again. He beats people like Jamal. I don't know, but Khalil Roundtree fight's hard for him. I hope he steps up for Jamal Hill in there because Jamal's out. You know, there's so many. It's just like Yuri's he's good, but like his whole let me just run forward and not be defensively sound against like a really good counter striker like Ankalaev. No bueno, my friend. This is my opinion, brother. No bueno, no dollar, brother. No dollar, no dollar. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, keep him away from Ank because if you love him, if you guys like Yuri as much as I do, you don't want to. You want that fight to not happen because we don't want to see this guy woken up at a hospital. Yuri, wake up. Let's go for that. You know, we don't want to see that shit go. We don't want to see that shit happen. So, yeah, I'm going to say Yuri's talented, but overrated. Yeah, definitely overrated. His talent's a little bit weird, too. His talent's it's like a very unique talent to Yuri. But, yeah, definitely overrated in my opinion. As far as that comparison goes, if you're not saying Yuri's like a future champ or has a chance against Ank, or you're not saying, you know, Yuri, I don't know, if you could just acknowledge Yuri for who he is, it's just a very entertaining fighter, not the most skilled, then he's not overrated. But if you're saying anything else, you're overrating him. Moving on to the heavyweight division. This one, I just have to put in, brother. I don't know how you're grappling still like this. I just don't know. I don't know how Volkov mauled you. I don't know how you're showing no improvement. You know, even your striking looks, I'm not going to say striking got worse, but I don't think Volkov improved, to be fair. But Cyril Gane was just like really that guy at a point, wasn't he? Now he's just a talented guy who's a little bit overrated, in my opinion. It's a weird situation if like Cyril Gane, man. I swear he's good. That's why I want to give him credit for his talent. But no matter what way I slice the cake, I just look at Gane. I'm like, he's a good fighter, but he just doesn't know how to use his talent appropriately, and he doesn't know how to develop new talents. The new talents being defensive wrestling and just defensive grappling in general, defensive clinch, something. Just be a little bit better, bro. Like, develop your game so you could actually be champion. Because if he does, he'll be one of the best heavyweights I've ever seen in my life. But he can't do it for some reason. So, yeah, man, I don't know why your grappling is still like this. I just don't get it. I hope he improves it. I hope he finds ways to get better at it. But for now, brother, I'm just going to say, brother, no dollar, brother. You need to improve that. But, yeah, I have to say him because every other heavyweight, they're either ass and no one really overrates them or they're good. And I could say Tom Aspinall, but he's actually doing good work. Where Cyril Gane's getting robbery decisions over people like Volkov. But let me know what you guys think about this list. I know it's a little bit controversial. Yo, dude, Ken, you don't know what you're talking about, man. You're being so mean to my favorite fighter, but they're talented. I'm not saying any of these fighters are bad. They're all talented. They're just being overrated by the fans. But let me know what you guys think down below. That's it for me, and God bless. 2, 3, 4.